Steady, but hey, smoke, hey, bring it me
secondhand smoke.
Hey, 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 hey. Shorty want me so bad that she brought me a bag. Cool little 10-piece just to throw in the stash. I'm in the city today, but next week it's a town. For home players and pimps, you know how to get down. Might hit a side show just to knock me a hoe. Price out to the beach and get a jogging for show. Treat myself to some leans, fried chicken with mac. Candy M's on the side while I count them stacks. Take a break and relax, and then it's back to the paper. Little mama hit me up and said let's dip in a scraper. We top back and we rollin'. Finna burn up some cookies, pulling up that E40 while I handle the books. Said the hoe and now we posted at the Oracle Center. Finna watch Golden State tip off with the Wizards. I'm in the skybox, I'm chillin'. Like my network familiar. Numbers going so crazy, them niggas don't know the feeling. Them niggas don't know the feeling. They wish they did though. Why you posted up broke as fuck in the trap and somewhere vibing, counting them stacks. And it's all off the bitch, nigga. You ain't gotta ask, just look at my wrist, nigga. Hey. Hey, you know I fuck with the town, have you? And by the way, my name is Steady, but hey, smoke, hey, bring it me that
Secondhand smoke.
Hey, shorty want me so bad that she brought me a bag. Cool little 10-piece just to throw in the stash. I'm in the city today, but next week it's a town. For home players and pimps, you know how to get down. Might hit a side show just to knock me a hoe. Price out to the beach and get a jogging for show. Treat myself to some leans, fried chicken with mac. Candy M's on the side while I count them stacks. Take a break and relax, and then it's back to the paper. Little mama hit me up and said let's dip in a scraper. We top back and we rollin'. Finna burn up some cookies, pulling up that E40 while I handle the books. Said the hoe and now we posted at the Oracle Center. Finna watch Golden State tip off with the Wizards. I'm in the skybox, I'm chillin'. Like my network familiar. Numbers going so crazy, them niggas don't know the feeling. Them niggas don't know the feeling. They wish they did though. Why you posted up broke as fuck in the trap and somewhere vibing, counting them stacks. And it's all off the bitch, nigga. You ain't gotta ask, just look at my wrist, nigga. Hey, you know I fuck with the town, have you? And by the way, my name is Steady, but hey, smoke, hey, bring it me that
Secondhand smoke.
Hey, shorty want me so bad that she brought me a bag. Cool little 10-piece just to throw in the stash. I'm in the city today, but next week it's a town. For home players and pimps, you know how to get down. Might hit a side show just to knock me a hoe. Price out to the beach and get a jogging for show. Treat myself to some leans, fried chicken with mac. Candy M's on the side while I count them stacks. Take a break and relax, and then it's back to the paper. Little mama hit me up and said let's dip in a scraper. We top back and we rollin'. Finna burn up some cookies, pulling up that E40 while I handle the books. Said the hoe and now we posted at the Oracle Center. Finna watch Golden State tip off with the Wizards. I'm in the skybox, I'm chillin'. Like my network familiar. Numbers going so crazy, them niggas don't know the feeling. Them niggas don't know the feeling. They wish they did though. Why you posted up broke as fuck in the trap and somewhere vibing, counting them stacks.
Say, man, it's Street Top Radio LA. Street Top Radio LA, man. I appreciate you guys tapping in each and every Tuesday to my show. Make sure y'all follow me on my YouTube channel. That's Tree Top Radio LA, or you can space it out, Tree Top Radio LA. You can follow, like, subscribe, and share. Every time I go live, you'll get a notification. I do marketing for artists, brands, and businesses. You can contact me on my Instagram page. That's Treetop Radio. That's Treetop_Radio LA. Make sure y'all holler at me, man. I got good deals. I do video editing as well. I do photography for any type of events. Just let me know. Oh, hello. Welcome to TTRLA, the wonderful land of cartoons. Here, we make dreams come true. Anything that you want to do has to be started by you. Today on TTRLA, first episode, we have the Black Elote Man. That's right, the Black Elote Man. For those of my people around the globe looking at this commercial and don't know what an elote is, it's the best goddamn corn you'll ever have in your damn life. I'm gonna have my man Black Cornman take it away. Black Cornman, it's on you.
And this is
Elijah and Femi, my helper.
Elijah and his helper Femi. And we're gonna learn how to make esquite. Okay, so what do we do first?
We get a cup.
Okay.
Add some lemon.
Okay.
You know, like we feel like the.
Hand me the lighter. Oh, damn, grandbaby, why you ain't tell Grandpop that you was starting this? She's such a jokester. But yeah, Grandpop still blows the reefers, you know. I know y'all call this now the czar. I don't even know what the fuck a czar is, but I said, give me that shit that's gonna make me say, So shout out to my boy, you know what I mean, out here in Baltimore. But I wanted to come to y'all, not to make jokes or be funny. I also wanted to come to y'all to give you a little bit of enlightenment. How you move out here in life is ultimately how you're going to walk into your destiny. So if you want to walk with a purpose-filled step, you have to have intention with everything that you do. So if you're out here causing chaos, just know that your purpose is going to be chaos. Tell y'all mothers I said what's up.
I was having this conversation with my brother, right? And the gist of the conversation, right, is that as humans, people, person, we are all powerful. It's only two forms in which you can choose to use your power, because we all have it, right? Power is just nothing but motion. That's all power is motion. Without motion, there's no power, right? You know what I'm saying? It's two forms you can use your power. You can create or you can destroy. There's no in between. You either build something, create something, or you destroy something. Here's the thing about those two things. Destruction takes nothing but a moment. Nothing but a moment. Destruction is an instant, but creation is a space, more than a moment. Now just think about that for a second, right? It takes a moment to destroy something, but to create something, you need both space and time. But to destroy something, you only need a moment, an instant. So if you think about, right, the people in your life or the people you around, or just random people, right? The people who choose to destroy rather than create, choose to create havoc rather than bring peace, right? You're investing most of your time in something that will bring no good. And this is the thing about either or. It's entertainment. This is the number one factor in whatever you choose to do. So if you choose to bring chaos in somebody's life because of the entertainment value in it. But if you choose to bring creation and you have the space and time in your life to add some type of benefit to something else that matters.
Hey, chill out.
Journal, you say that you think that understanding your principles or having principles can save you something like 100,000 decisions. I don't know if it's 100,000 decisions in a lifetime or 100,000 decisions in a year. What did you mean by that, and how does that work?
What I mean by that is that most people look at a lot of things that are coming at them as these individual things. Lots of these things coming at you every day. How many decisions do we make in a day?
Yeah.
When you start to think in principles, you think differently. You see that the thing that is coming at you, you say, what species is it? And how do I deal with that species? Right? So you don't see them as all these individual things that are coming back, that blizzard that you're in. You just see, that's that, and here's how I deal with that. And
Treetop Radio LA, man. We are broadcasting live in Baltimore, Maryland, man, via Los Angeles, California. I'm your host, Big Homie Smiles, man. You are tapped in to the littest podcast in the world, you feel me? And I'm your host, Big Homie Smiles, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and tap in with me on Instagram. That's Big Homie _Smiles, backup page 41, man. We got a wonderful show. Today's topic for today is going to be perceived value. You feel me? It's a great topic. We're gonna tap into it. I think my manager just gave me the nines up. Is my co-host from Los Angeles is in the building. He out there? All right, bet. Go ahead. I had a butler get his bags and tell him we got 5, nines rolled up for him. Yeah, tell him in the back. And we got Peaches back there too. Yeah. Oh, he pulled up in the vet. Daniel, my man, my co-host just pulled up in the vet, so he about to tap in with us. If this your first time tapping in, man, I want to thank you for tapping in, man. Whether it's one or none, whether it's two or a few, I appreciate you. You feel me? I need everybody to take their hands, extend your hands, and go ahead and give yourself a big hug. I appreciate you and I love you, and you keep doing what you're doing. It's not going unnoticed. And I see you shining, so keep doing your thug thizzle. You feel me? Hey, welcome home, Simba. You already know my man touchdown, and he dropping nothing but crank. He been home for a little minute, but we always gonna show love to him because he been locked up for a minute too. So welcome home, Simba. Y'all make sure y'all go tap in with Coming With Extra. You feel me? That's a new song he just dropped. He is a part of the High Level team. That's with Corday. If you're not familiar with Corday, make sure y'all tap in with him. He just dropped a new project. Shout out to him and his wife. They just had a baby girl, I do believe. So congratulations to them. Free Q to Food, my boy is back locked up over some internet nigga, man. We ain't even gonna speak on that, but Free Q to Food, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tap in with one of his artists and his Rich Shooter affiliates, Stay Down Rico. He just dropped this song called Snapping. I had to snap on that a little bit. I had to snap on that little leg. She was tripping out. She wasn't trying to give me that hair like she ain't feel me though. That nigga Crank, I'm telling you, go tap in. Make sure y'all tap into SBTG. If you're not familiar, I shout out all black brands that I wear. A lot of black brands appreciate my channel and appreciate my podcast, and they appreciate what I do. So sometimes they send me free merch when I buy stuff, okay? So it's not just off the top. I'll be buying stuff and they send me free merch. So shout out SBTG. SBTG is a local organization here in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. It stands for Sisters Bridging the Gap, and they help with recidivism in the community. And if you're not familiar with the word recidivism it means that it helps preventing people from getting reincarcerated once they are out. So this program helps women get jobs, get housing, go back to school. So it's a great organization. Shout out to the two sisters that are the owners and the co-founders, and the other people are part of their organization right now. I can't think of their name, and so forgive me, charge it to my head, not my heart. So I do apologize, but you can find them on Instagram at SBTG on Instagram. That's Sisters Bridging the Gap. You feel me? They are taking sponsors and donations. They just had a fashion show too. That joint was lit out there in DC. So make sure y'all tap in with them. If you don't know, I do tell stories based on the topic. So again, the topic at hand is perceived value. Now today's story is based on a true story, but it goes together with topic at hand. You feel me? So for those of you not familiar with my channel or with my podcast, my audience member knows that I used to be a car consultant. And so when you're in the car business, right, it's kind of like a unwritten rule. I shouldn't even be telling y'all this, but you know, I ain't in the business no more. So you feel me? I'm off my butter shit. I'm a YouTuber now. You feel me? Shout out to my man Butter Man. But when you're in the car business, you know, you kind of know how to they teach you in an unteach. They don't physically tell you, but they tell you. You know what I'm saying? To kind of judge people, you know, based on, you know, what you see and maybe how they act and the questions that they're inquiring about to see if they're a real buyer. You feel me? Because sometimes it's a lot of people that just come in looking, window shopping, not really trying to do nothing, and you doing your best to try to get them to the chair. Once you get them to the chair, you know it's a wrap. For those of you who not in the sales business, you don't know what I'm talking about, but those of you who are, you understand. When you're in car business, anytime you can get a person off the like a walk-in off the showroom floor and into your chair, more than likely they're gonna buy a car. They're gonna lease something. You feel me? But so they teach you to kind of like give a judgment on people based on how they look, right? And so you don't want to do that. If you're a car salesman, if you are somebody just getting in the car business, you do not want to do that. That is a good way to not make money, because you don't want to judge people based on what you see. You don't want to see value in somebody that's flashy and not see value in somebody who just, you know, regular or maybe looking bummy. So this particular day, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to figure out why this light bright as shit. Hold on. My bad. I was supposed to get this shit been acting kind of crazy. All right, bad. All right, so this one particular day, right, I was on the floor and I seen this guy come in. Now the guy looked homeless. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, my man looked homeless. He had on jeans, big fat man jeans, with paint all on it. He looked disheveled. His clothes was like sagging and torn, right? His shoes was busted. You feel me? So all of the seasoned car salesman people, they ain't want to go up to the dude. They ain't want to approach him. They ain't want to talk to him, or they ain't want to greet him or nothing. They just want to look around, and what they was assuming is that he would walk out, right? Once he looked at the pricing on the cars. Or they may have even thought he was just a bum off the streets, and you can't really tell people to get out, or do you got money to be in here? You know what I'm saying? So you got to let them do what they do. So I'm fresh on the scene. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fresh car salesman. I'm trying to get all the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to anybody. I don't care if it's a kid. If a kid come in on the showroom floor, I'm talking to you. We gonna get you to buy the car, and we gonna get your parents to come and sign for you. You feel me? That's how good I was. I'm like that. So I go up to the dude, and I get to talking to him. You know what I'm saying? I get my spill. I do my spill. You know what I'm saying? He laughing. I throw my hands up. So when you're in a car business, when you throw your hands up, it's a sign of, you know, surrendering. You know, I come in peace type. And you know what I'm saying? I hit them with one of these. Follow me. You know what I'm saying? If you do this and you do this, they're going to follow. You feel me? Follow me to the chair. And we get to talking. And I find out that this dude is a multi-millionaire. A multi-millionaire. This man owns some type of construction company out in PG or Maryland somewhere, man. He was a multi-millionaire. Let me tell you, he bought the car that he was looking at when he came in. I worked for Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge. It was a Chrysler 300, the S edition. That's the sport edition. The joint was laid out, and it was a 300S. It was the Mopar edition. That's the edition with the blue, had the Mopar stitched in the joint. And if you know anything about Mopar, they known for racing cars, and that joint with the particular car that he bought off the showroom floor was fast as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. The nigga bought that shit off the showroom floor at sticker. You hear me? All the salespeople was mad. They was mad as shit. And I got nothing but kudos. And that's the end of the story. But the purpose of that story, sorry, let me clap it up for myself. But the purpose of that story is perceived value, right? So he perceived a value. They perceived the value of a person walking in the store based on how he was looking. So based on what they know or what they have experienced, they say, oh, he don't got no money. But the reality is they perceive that value wrong. They looked at the wrong things. They wasn't asking questions. That the value was in the questions you're supposed to ask. Because if they did, they walked up to him, they would have known he's a multi-million fucking nigga. You feel me? And so that's the more of that story. And it's related to perceived value. Now, the purpose of perceived value, the purpose of this topic is for my audience member to understand what perceived value is. Now, perceived value is a marketing term. So in marketing, perceived value is what the consumer sees as valuable or sees as useful, right? So, for example, Nike has a perceived value that their shit is lit. Just do it. The day is a value. It's a high-end clothing brand. So they can put anything under Nike. You can get, I can get this shirt right here, this hoodie right here with SBTG. If I have a Nike sign on it, this joint going off the shelf. You feel me? It's a perceived value in that, and people market it towards the perceived value in products and items and people. And you can relate that to life, because how we perceive the value of others based on what they're showing us, or based on what we see, or based on what they're telling us, and instead of basing on what they do, instead of basing it on how they're acting. You know what I'm saying? Their morals. You feel me? So we're gonna bring my co-host onto the show, man. This is Black Core Man from Los Angeles, California, the owner of Black Core Man Apparel, my brother, Black Core Man. Woo!
Yeah, we in this thing. And people driving crazy in the parking lot. It's a parking lot, lady. What you looking at? Yeah.
What it do, fool?
What's good? What's the chill?
Not much. What's up in the back?
Say hi, family. Look.
Hi, family. She's like, I don't know who that is, y'all. All right. So today's topic is perceived value. So perceived value is how consumers base value on a particular product based on the marketing or based on how other people buy it. So how I was going to relate that to life is how in our culture, in our world, in our generation, we base value on what we see and how other people gravitate to it. And instead of valuing it for what it actually can do for you and the benefits of it, or how being around somebody or being with somebody can progress what you got going on. What you think?
Yo, I'm gonna tap out and tap back in real quick because I can't hear you. Like it's not coming out clearly. So I'm gonna just be right back. Give me one.
All right, back. So my man gonna tap back in, tap back out. Sometimes on the TTRLA show we have some hiccups, but hiccups happen. But it's about you pushing through. You feel me? So perceived value in life, right? So I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. And a lot of times when you dealing with people, whether it's a formal interaction or whether it's a romantic interaction, a lot of times we perceive the value of a person based on maybe the moment that happened that we interacted. Maybe it was something in particular that they said that you was like, oh, this person is of value. You know what I'm saying? And then you get into a situation where you start to see that wasn't real value. It was like a pseudo value. It was kind of like fake. It was a glosser. You know what I'm saying? They just put up a gloss on it. You know what I'm saying? And then you start seeing the real person. And then you mad about why I didn't see this firsthand when the signs were given to you. And this is for friendship. This is for if you had a job. This is for anything. We perceive value based on the perception of others, right? My man tapped back in. Hold on. Oh. All right. All right.
Yeah,
We
right.
back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we back now. I can hear you.
All right, bet. So I was basically saying that I was trying to relate perceived value, which is a marketing tool for consumers based on how they perceive the value of a particular product. Like, for example, Nike. Nike is a big brand that gets a lot of marketing because people perceive its value as being high and expensive. Why? Because a lot of celebrities wear their product. A lot of businesses have Nike on it. So if I had this hoodie and I put Nike on it, the perceived value would be it's expensive. Why? Because we perceive Nike as being a high-end brand. So when you're relating that to life, we a lot of times as people, we perceive the value of others based on how we see them with other people, or maybe they said something in a conversation that we thought of was of value, and then we end up getting into, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, we get into a situation where we're upset because that perceived value that we thought of that person was high is no longer. What you think about that? Did that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I think it happened like that a lot. Like even with the brands, big brands, like we gonna perceive a value that's not legitimate, and then so you think it's worth something that is not, and now like you said, you're in a situation where it's like, that's not even worth all that I went through or whatever we going through for me to still be dealing with you.
Right. Facts. And a lot of times we get ourselves in situations where, you know what I'm saying, we can't really, it's hard for us to get out of because we put so much value into this situation and so much time and effort into it, we feel like we stuck.
Yeah, but we're not stuck in nothing though. That's something different. You know, like that's
Yeah,
the choice
we
to
never
stay
stuck
here. Like
in
I'm choosing to stay in this situation or not. Usually based off of some type of emotion that's also not legitimate. Like
right.
I thought you was worth something, so I gave you a value that you didn't deserve, and now I got a somewhat of an emotional attachment to you from a value you never had.
Right. From a value you never had. And now I gotta figure out what is what is really value so that I don't make that same mistake. And that can even be for people who are entrepreneurs or even people who are 9-to-5ers. Sometimes we perceive a value in an investment if you're on the entrepreneur side that we think is going to be of success, but we didn't really do the research to see that others or maybe how you're going to handle the investment isn't going to work for you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I say that's the same with a job. Certain jobs, it's like, all right, I'm gonna get this job because I think it's gonna be valuable and stuff, or I think it's gonna benefit me in my future. Then you get into it, you get a whole year into it, and you like, nah, this not gonna do none of this shit I thought it was gonna do.
Exactly. Exactly. And you perceive the value of that job at first as being something that's going to be a stability, you know what I'm saying? Something that's going to bring consistent income. But then you start to realize that the people that you are giving your time to, they don't value you.
At
And,
all.
and the perceived value of you is somebody who is expendable, replaceable.
Yeah,
So they really don't appreciate you, you know?
yeah. They got a minimal value on you.
They got a minimal value on you. So what we got to do as a people, and I think as individuals, is that we have to learn what is really value to us. What is and how we know what is valuable to us is by the things that we do and the transactions that we make in life, right? So if you're making valuable transactions, if you're doing valuable things, then you'll understand, hey, this is the things that I like in life. This is the things that I don't like in life. These are the things that I think is going to help me be great. These are the things that I don't think is going to help me be great. You have to perceive a value that is going to work for you and not to perceive value that someone tells you is valuable, right? Because somebody can say, hey, this chain this chain is fake, right? Because they perceive the value as being not expensive. But my perceived value is that this chain is expensive as fuck. Because to me, the value is high. Why? Because I'm wearing it and I'm valuable. You feel me? You see how you can switch that type of situation and make it more positive and more beneficial for yourself. So perceiving value, even when you're dealing with marketing, right? The marketing, when you're perceiving, when you want your consumer to perceive a certain value or perceive a certain image, you have to know the type of audience that you are putting the message or putting a product out to. If you don't know who your consumer is, if you don't know who your audience is, how are you going to direct a specific message to someone if you trying to get it to everybody? Everybody not going to perceive your value, or they're not going to perceive your message. So you have to specify what you're doing or specify who you're targeting. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of these brands are so popular. Gucci is targeting rich people.
Yeah, no, and definitely. I like how you said it right now before, where you're like, okay, you might see the value in this chain only as monetary, but I see the value in this chain for a whole different reason. Shit, this chain might just be a little chain that my granny gave me, so this should mean more than any chain, any big chain you gonna get to me. But it's
Right.
like you said, that it depends on who's placing the value and what they value.
Right. Who's placing the value on what they value? Exactly. And a lot of times in life, even in the music industry, right, we place a value on artists that the industry said is hot. The industry say this man hot, he hot. That man could be cold boo boo like Blueface. Blueface is, as an artist, he do make some good songs, but he's not. He's an artist that's ass.
Hold on, we gonna have to stop the Blueface slander though. We not on that.
Yeah, Blueface is trash, bro.
Nah.
He's trash, bro.
That's an acquired taste. That's what that is. That's perceived value right there. You perceive his value to be zero.
Okay, that's my perceived value, right?
Yeah, that's your perception.
I'm not gonna. I'm a double down on that. Blueface is an artist that has hit that can make hits, but is he really an artist? No.
Yeah, that's what you mean. Are you gonna say an artist making hits? You an artist making hits, but is you really an artist? Like you only painted the Picassos, you didn't do no extra work no other days. Is you an artist? Yeah, the fuck you an artist. You got them Picassos in that bitch.
All right, Blueface an artist. Blueface an artist, but I don't think he's a good artist.
There you go. That's just not your acquired taste right there.
Right. Okay. You see how we work through that?
Yeah. But also, you talking about his music. I was gonna say a lot of people attach what he be going through and the way he be doing shit to his music.
That's what people gonna do. I attach a lot of it to his, not even to his music, to the beats that he be having too with certain people. So, but shout out to my boy Loki Schmooler. You feel me? But but Blueface are all right artists. But let's get off Blueface. But I was just basically saying how the industry can tell people perceived value of artists, even if they are not quality musicians.
And I think that shit's like fucking fashion to me. Like every fashion show, they be rocking some shit that's gonna go for a lot of money, but wouldn't nobody? I mean, I don't know nobody that be wearing it and shit.
Right. We perceiving the value as being dumb as shit. Like Balenciaga.
Yeah, I'm like, nah.
Balenciaga have a trash bag and put Balenciaga on it, and the perceived value to the world is that damn, this bag flies shit. I'm about to wear the shit out of this bag with Balenciaga on it.
And they really dead ass will wear the fuck out of it too.
They'll wear the shit out the trash bag.
But if you bring up a trash bag, you ain't got no name on it. They're like, nah, motherfucker, why would I wear a trash bag?
Why would I wear a trash bag? That don't say Balenciaga on it.
Oh god. Oh god.
That's how they do, you know. And even with our friends too, sometimes we perceive a value on friendship based on the length of time that we know somebody, right? We perceive their value of how they supposed to be loyal to you based on how long you've known them, and because they know your family and they know your friends. But really, you're supposed to really know the value of a friend based on when you really fucked up, you know, or
Yeah, when
when
I'm
you
down
really
in the
going
trenches,
through
where the fuck
something.
you at?
Yeah. Like when you going through something, if you need a couple dollars or you really fucked up, you know that your friend know you don't ask, but this time you got asked, and the motherfucker acting real funny, or he telling your other friends, then you know this nigga done asked me for some money, you know. So that could be like that too. But I think that in life we have to understand, you know, that we create value. We are valuable people, so we create what's valuable, you know.
Ooh, I like that, but it just came to my head too, and that's why it's important to have your values, because then that's how you determine what the value of
Ooh.
something. Oh my God, it's good.
Church, church. You gotta know your value in order to know your value. Oh, that's a quote right there, man.
Yeah, yeah, come on.
You gotta come on with that. Come on with it. You gotta have your values, because if you don't have your values in order, how are you gonna know what's valuable? How are you gonna know your worth of
Yeah,
anything?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How
Like
you gonna
playing
know
Price is
your worth?
Right. You don't know what the fuck you guessing at if you don't know.
You feel me? You gonna allow a job to tell you what you worth? You know what your worth is. You show them. You showing them your worth. You telling them. You gotta tell them. This is my worth. I think I need a promotion now, nigga.
Yeah, I know I need a promotion now. Is y'all motherfuckers giving it up? Do y'all got it? Is y'all giving it up, or do I need to start looking for my value elsewhere? And that shit
Right.
need to be the same for relationships. Like, okay, yeah, we met, we getting to know each other, but this is where my values are at. Do you meet these standards? And if not, are you gonna try to meet these standards? And if not, goodbye.
Right, right. A lot of people don't have that set up like that. Because if you're not, why would you? If a person is not meeting your standards, why would you want to be in a relationship with them? And this is what I'm learning now. And I'm not speaking as if I had shit down packed, but this is what I'm learning now. You have to have a set of values in order to have value. And if you have value, then you can tell another person, look, this is what I'm about. This is what I will tolerate. This is what I won't tolerate. This is how I move. You either with it or you against me.
Yeah, and I think the only problem we be having is like, okay, like that cutting it off. As much as people like to say, "Oh, I'm quick to cut shit off," nah. People don't really be cutting people off. They just put them to the side. So you may
Right,
not hold as much an important position anymore, but you still in my life, and that's out. That's the problem. We be half-ass, half doing shit instead of, nah, motherfucker. You don't work for my shit. You don't want to work for this shit. Your fucking chairs don't fit my table. Get the fuck out of here.
what the fuck? Cause I'm building my table, bruh. I'm building my table and I'm building my chairs. And if your chair don't fit with what I already got, then fuck it.
Yeah, what the fuck I'm doing? And we just be playing dumb, like, it's we have it like, oh, bring your own fucking chair to the table and shit, and these chairs not matching. It's like, nah, this shit don't work. Get it the fuck out of here. This is
Right.
not cup day at 7-Eleven, bitch. My shit got the match.
This not a 70. What did you think about? You better get it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then too, when you dealing with people, people gotta understand to not approach you based on the value that they think you have. Instead of approaching you based on what you're showing them and what you're seeing. Oh, what you
Damn.
reading? Huh?
Yeah, she reading. She back there reading you. Feel me? Come on.
Come on, look at the black father. Give it up for the black father, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, come on.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
You see, this is what value is. This right here, this is value. You know what I mean? You're giving your children real value. And when people see them, they're gonna perceive that value based on the values that you instilled in them. Woo!
Now, that's on me. And then they gonna see people and see that they ain't got no value. Like, nah, motherfucker, you ain't on a goddamn thing. One of the most beautiful, I don't know if you've seen it, but I got like this little script that I run through with my son about just integrity, self-confidence, like certain shit like that. We add shit every now and again. We just added emotional. We started working on emotions and controlling our emotions. We started talking about consent and shit like that. But the other day, actually today, was it yesterday? It was either today or yesterday. My daughter was just like mimicking something he was saying about integrity, and I'm like, oh yeah, we on that. We
Yeah,
on
that's what's
that.
up.
Heavy, boy. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah.
That's a good thing, you know, because kids are sponges. So
Yeah.
what you are putting out is on what they soak in. So if you're putting out and emotional intelligence, integrity, morals, character, you instilling that into them as a young person, they're gonna be moving smart as hell when they adults.
Yeah, and I just love the fact that my daughter was catching on to it without me. Like I'm putting it on my son, and he getting it down, he getting it memorizing and shit. But from just me naturally trying to teach it to him, she paying attention too. She like, oh yeah, y'all on that? I'm on that too. What you think I'm not gonna be on that? What you think I'm
Exactly.
gonna miss out?
Exactly. I ain't missing out. I see the men in my life doing something like this. I'm
So
gonna be with it too.
most definitely, and I love it because I know exactly what kind of person that's gonna make her. And then she not, yeah, it's beautiful, it's good. Should
Yeah,
excite
it's
me.
gonna make her a wonderful person.
And she gonna be tough willed, and she got that attitude like her mama, so she gonna be a hell of a force out here.
And she gonna know, and she gonna make sure that she deal with the right type of man, you know?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, you did up with that. That's the main purpose right there, so that my son can know what type of man he need to be, and my daughter can know what type of man she need to deal with.
Right. I think that's something that all parents should be really trying to get out to their children the most, you know, because it's you always. I feel like I'm not a parent, but I feel like a parent should always have their kid back in public, you know. And if they're doing something wrong, you should reprimand them behind closed doors. You don't want to reprimand them in public. You want to have their back. Because if you don't have their back, you know.
Nah, most definitely. I think that goes to a bigger issue of just being on code as a people, and with your kids is definitely, but as a people for sure. If we more on code as a people, it's like, yeah, this is automatic. Like I'm not going against my kid in front of nobody. Like I'm not going against my people in front of nobody. When we get back to the house, we get behind that door, we're gonna have a conversation though and get it right.
Right. I'm gonna get it right, get it tight, get it right, get it tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's about. But nah, that's really what all I had to say for today, though. But you know, I think this is a good episode. Oh, one more thing I had to say. I had to say though that also the perceived value in music, because a lot of times these
You okay?
artists think that the music that they putting out is quality, and it's not quality. They're putting out uh they're feeding the kids ways to be criminals, and that's not what's up.
Yeah, and I feel like the worst part is that we already know it's not what's up, and people still on that.
Yeah. Because as adults, we know how to separate, you know, music from reality, but kids don't.
Yeah.
It's a little tough though, but this is a good episode, man. What you think? We had a good show today?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I like it. I fucks with it. I've been doing something the whole time, but we getting it. We getting the knowledge still.
Hell yeah. What you getting to though right now?
What you
Huh?
say? What you say?
I
What
said,
I'm
what you
doing?
doing?
What I'm doing?
Yeah,
I'm I'm going into an ATM right now. You said we had to make a quick stop to get the money.
that's
Getting the
right.
bag right now. That's what. Come on,
Come on. Let's go. We made it out here and get to the money.
come on. We in here on the bag.
On the bag at all times, you feel me? Hey, hey, tell them people where they can get some of your merch from and how they can inquire about your ATM.
Okay, so definitely it's. I want to say it's all on the same space. Blackcorman.com. You'll be able to get access. Oh yeah, it's good. Come on. Come here. Oh yeah, blackcornman.com. You can get it all, and you could check out the merch, and then also on there it has my Instagram, and with my Instagram you'll be able to sorry boss, you'll be able to check out the vending machines and ATMs and shit like that.
All right, bet that. And give us a quote, man. If you was to die today or tomorrow, God forbid, what you want the world to remember you by?
Fuck trying. We here to do shit. Yeah, I'm about to move. My fault, boss.
Fuck trying. We about to do shit. I like that shit.
Yeah, man. We ain't trying to do nothing. Like, that's over with. We getting it done. We doing it.
We getting it done and we doing it. All right, man.
I'm either in the act of doing it or it's not happening. So we doing it, you know?
We doing that shit. We in the act or we doing it. Either way, it's getting done.
All right.
You feel me? All right, man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna tap in with you next time.
All right. Good looking.
All right. Hey, that was my boy Black Corn, man. You feel me? You know how we do. We always got these wonderful shows, man. Perceived value. That was the topic for today, man. I hope y'all like my show. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. That's bighomie_smiles. Backup page 41. You feel me? Make sure y'all tap in. Follow my YouTube page, TTRLA. You feel me? It is gonna come up. It's the logo with the headphones and the tree. You feel me? Everything, it has intention, so everything means something. Yeah, so I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. We're gonna end with a little commercial. Oh, my quote. So if I was to die today or tomorrow, this is my quote. My quote is have values in order to be valuable. Come on. Have values in order to be valuable. Come on, man. We're going to end this joint out with a nice little commercial. You feel me? Because that's how I do on my show. I do commercials. Nigga. Commercial shit, bitch. Let me see which one we going to do. We're going to do this one. All right, we out of here.
They've been FYB or something. It's merch, like, cause I make a lot of niggas mad. I be fucking a lot of niggas scrags. Hey, look. Let me stop the cat. Let me bring this shit back. Hey, Aunt Glizzy. You don't want me to upload that video of your bitch eating me in Miami? I know you sick, gang. I'm be like, you saying what you want to say, then it's like, damn, gang. You let butter fuck your bitch? How you let? You called me a snitch. I fucked your bitch? It's sickening. I should have been FYB at this point of my grandma.
Yeah. Say, man, it's Street Top Radio LA.